Good morning. It's 7:30 Eastern Time. It's 1:30 in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam. This is Bosch Trading. We're going to look at the watch list that we also discussed this morning on the Early Bird show. And let's just see what happened with that. But first, before we go and do that, I want to just have a look at right. So you're looking at right now. Exactly hit at 912. That was a level for me a few days back. So this is the daily now, and this high is 1030. This high was 1030, but it's low at 922, and this is the high of 910. And this was a low of 919, and this was a high of 915. So this 912 area really is something that is causing a lot of buyers to step in. And I didn't see this one. So the news on right is that they have a new CEO and a new, I think it was a chief financial officer also. They went away, and so this is what happens. That's how markets react sometimes to news like this, but got picked up here at 912. If I had been watching this, then I probably would have bought this one. Also, the volume is not too big, because it's pre-market, of course, but look at these red candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big red candles. 115,000 shares sold, traded in this last big candle here in 1 minute. So, and this is 37,000. So you would be just fine if you just bought 1,000 shares or something here, and then it went from 912 to eventually 1075. I don't think that you would have sold here at the top, but because nobody does, so you probably would have sold here at VWAP, which is 1012. So that would have been a great opportunity. I was not behind my computer at this time, so no opportunity for me there, but right is certainly interesting to keep following today, because well, if something like this happens, then you want to see if it dips there again on 912, and maybe you can trade it back up again. So that's what I'm looking for now on the right. So tomorrow we had this watch list of almost 13 items, yes. And let's look what happened to the stocks that we discussed this morning in the Early Bird show. So this is SENS, SENS. This is the 1 minute that you're looking at right now. Still have problems with my mouse. I think that's because of the hot weather. So I called 445 to be level when we were here at 5 o'clock, just before 5 o'clock. And that's because of these spikes here. And then it broke that level, came all the way back to around VWAP, then hesitated one more time here at this level, and then decided, okay, arrivederci. So this 445 is no longer a level here for me, because it was broken 2 times already. And then there's no way you can call it a level. So this is now a 3rd day runner, if you count this one as well. And it's really getting up there right now. So SENS might just be the play that you want to be in today. It's up 14% now, so got up here, down, got up here, down, got up here, down. So that tells you something. Not long overextended on a 5 minutes, so this is the 5 minutes. So trying to stay above this 450, which was a former level, but looking at this right now, then this is just a VWAP bounce that you can play right now. So if people who've never played a VWAP bounce, this is a VWAP bounce happening in slow motion. So sometimes it's nice to trade in pre-market because just because of the fact that you can really things are not going as quick as they do when markets open, especially not in the first hour. So this one comes back now to VWAP, and what you want to see here that it's gonna hold VWAP. So the pattern that you're looking for now is touching VWAP or just above it. There's really some strange things going on with my mouse, but that does not matter. So this is what you want to see. This is the bounce on VWAP, and you can play this one two ways now. So you might think, okay, VWAP is going to be strong. Was never under VWAP during the whole pre-market, so it's going to be strong. And VWAP is now at 455. So what you can do then is you can say, okay, it does not have to bounce exactly for me. 457-ish is enough for me. I'm going to get in here, and I'm going to get out here just with a 5-cent stop. So this will be your in. Normally these things go quicker than this, but it's a nice way to learn it if you don't know how to do this. You get in at 457 here, and you set your stop loss here at 25, 425. So now I always play with a maximum risk of $400 a trade, but if you're a small trader, then maybe you can say, okay, I'm not want to risk more than $20 or more than $30 or more than $40 in order to make. So this is what you're playing for this 484, but it's more reasonable to say, okay, maybe it will not go any further than this 477-ish. So you're in or at 457, say you are, then this is a 20-cent move that you can make. 20 cents. So let's say that you put in 1,000 shares here, then 1,000 times 20 cents, that's the gain that you can make on this play here. So your stop loss here is 5 cents. And if you buy 1,000 shares, then your maximum loss is 1,000 times 5 cents. So your risk reward ratio is now 5 to 20 or 1 to 4, which is more than reasonable. I at least want to see 1 to 3 risk ratio. So this is how you can play a VWAP bound. So you wait till it gets to VWAP and then get in right where I said you would get in. So at this 457 level. And then you, because this is all in slow motion, because it's pre-market, so it's nice to practice something like this. And if you don't have a big account, and you, because look, this is 1,000 shares traded right now. So if you buy 1,000 shares here, then you're one of the big buyers. So if you just want to test things out like this, you can paper trade, of course, but well, that's something that you really, it's up to you. But you can also say, okay, I'm just going to go in with buying 100 shares, so I can make $20 on this move. So then you're playing with real money and you get a feel for what's going on if you if you're doing this in a pre-market. So this is how you normally play VWAP. Stock is up, comes down, does not want to go under VWAP. The nicest one if it really touches VWAP, so that you really can say, okay, this is really support. And if you're not sure about the play, then you also can say, okay, I'm not gonna get in here, but I am gonna get in with an if they're on the next 1 minute high, that would be right above this one. So now it's going down again. Don't panic if something goes down, because well, a lot of people who start trading and panic go out right here if they see a big candle like this. But you are in the play now. You said, okay, I'm going to get in here. This is my play. This is where I want to go to 77 to 477. The nicest thing would have been that it really would get there in 1 or 2 minutes, but that's often not the case. And so stay in the play and only get out if you think, okay, the play does not work because it breaks VWAP, and I'm gonna be sure that I risk my that I do a good risk management by stepping out on time. Let's go back to SENS if on a later point, maybe it's something we can look at just before 8 o'clock or just before 2 o'clock in Amsterdam. So that was the watch lists, the first one on the watch list, and the rest of them we're gonna go a little bit faster because it's already 7:15. UWMC, this one was from the chat from this morning, so try to break 1094 and now just all the way back here to 1023. So this pre-market low here is definitely a level. Just bear with me because my mouse is having some issues again. But it's my favorite mouse, so I'm going to stick to it. So we called the levels here. This 1094 is certainly a level for this stock because you want to see this breakout here. But now you can also wait until it gets back to this 1023, and maybe if it holds there, then trade it back up. So nice levels here on UWMC. I'm going to set my alerts to the upside, to the downside. VXRT, so this is what we want to see on VXRT. Everything above 861 is a long for me on this one. Just wants to go higher and higher with no volume whatsoever right now. 6,000 shares traded, 2,000 shares traded, so there's no volume. It's above its pre-market open again, so that's always a good sign. So you just might consider that this line now, this 9 line, is also something that you want to be watching, that it does not fall under that. So this might just be some new kind of support here. If it stays above this blue line, which is pre-market open, then it might be a play. You also can play the VWAP bounce here on this one. So get up first and then play it from VWAP. NNDM, nothing changed here. There's no volume whatsoever. So 2 levels for NNDM 770-ish. It's purple one, and 812. MTLS, nothing happening there really. So anything above 24 is long for me on MTLS. Only interested in the long and not in the short for this one. So 24.02 for MTLS. Yale might just be something like this today. There's not a lot of room if it stays there. Really, it's my favorite mouse, but I don't know why. So this is happening right now on Yale. So levels of 633 and 665 are still in place here. Wish, nothing happening also. So 982 and 1090 are the levels. Neo came all the way back down to this 4579 level that we called earlier. We called that one here. And now this 4626 is not only the level, but this high that is in pre-market now. This is 4638-ish, will also be some kind of resistance. So Neo is the best play for me if it just falls down here to this 45.79, 75 level here, and then the bounce back up to 46.26, not a lot of room there, and then 46.38, not a lot of room because fever will be something here in between. So it's going to be a difficult one, Neo. AHT. Also another level here at 674-ish. I'm gonna call this level also. Here's 639. These lows here, so might fall back all the way to 6. But if it stays here above this 603, then there's some kind of a nice up movement to be considered here. So definitely interesting. AHT 639. Forts. Nothing happened there, only that there's another confirmation at 1516 will be the level here. I don't know if this is another confirmation. I'm not sure. Maybe it was there already. It's a level. CLF, the Cleveland Cliffs, fell under this level of 2381 during pre-market, and that was kind of level. What's that? That was really have to say that this is no longer the level that you will be looking at. It has to be bear with me, guys. I'm gonna use my auto march tomorrow. I'm sure of that. I think Cleveland Cliffs is something that you. Okay, tournament. I'm very happy to do that. So on CLF, I want to play the breakout. There's a lot of blue sky above this breakout. And that's always difficult because I want to trade from level to level. You see 2 time frames on my screen. So if you want to day trade, then what I do, you don't have to do anything. So this is my 1 minute here on the right hand side, and this is my 5 minute here on the left hand side. And what I do each morning in the early bird show is that I will call the levels. So and the levels can be support like this 2358, or can be resistance, this 2476. And then you can play them accordingly. So if you are a breakout trader, or if you want to be good as a breakout trader, then this is just something 1, 2, 3 times 2476. So if this one will break this level, then you will have to see some volume coming in here, and maybe a short squeeze. Excuse me for my mouse, which is not the mouse that she usually is, but this is what you want to see. This is a squeeze up for Cleveland Cliffs. So, and if it does not do that, then you might just want to play this to the downside. But yeah, so 2476 is your resistance level. If it does not get through that, then you just also might play to the short side all the way back to 2358. And this 2358, this is something that you also can use if you want this to go down first and then go up again. And that's called the reverse along. That's my preference play. So that's the play that I make the most money on. So this one goes down, hits this level, and then gets back up again. And that's my ideal strategy. I'm not a very good breakout player. I can do that, but this is a breakout on all-time highs. Well, not on all-time highs, but the last time it was at this level, it was 2014, so it's a decade high. And I'm very curious if people are willing to short this one. And so Cleveland is CLF is certainly on my watch list today. Let's see, there was another, did we get them all? If you have any tickers, you can put them in the watch list. We have 5 minutes left, and then, oh wait, it's not a list, sorry. Fourth was the stay. We didn't talk about stay. Or did we? I don't know anymore. Stay. Yeah, this was this big wick that I did not understand what's happening here. So this is TSP. You want to play the breakout on TSP. Nothing happening there right now. So just gonna watch what's going on right now. So for that, I have my pre-market watch list, which is just the watch list on volume and gaps and percentage change. I have a gap scanner too, but this is what I normally would watch just an hour and a half before the market is open. So this is off. This is the 1 minute now on off. And already 23% up now. Wow. It's an IPO from, I think that this is a spec or something. Look at this. This is plain stupid. So you cannot do any levels on a stock like this. So just, if you're not experienced and don't trade this, I would say. And if you want to trade it on price action. NNDM. Also a lot of volume. Spike up. So this is pre-market open, big spike up. We see that a lot, and then goes down, but wants to get back up again, and goes down again and under VWAP. So maybe not as strong as we thought it might be, or could be, but this level here, this is certainly something that you want to look at. 570. I will look at CHPT. Just want to see what's going on here. This one might be interesting. 569, and this is 794-ish. So around 8, I think. I'm going to set an alert here. So you want this to be a secondary runner. I'm sorry. You want it to be a secondary runner, so 569 has to hold now, and otherwise it will maybe just go down all the way to where it came from. And if you're a short player, that's okay. You can just do that. Be careful for this level here. This is the top here is 750. CHPT. Let me have a look at CHPT. Played this one before. Here at this 13 level, but also we talked about it here. So we can erase those now. This nice pattern here. This looked like a head and shoulders with the 80 pad fillings in it. So, just nice movement to the upside during several weeks now. Nice movement up and down, 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 nice movement up. So if you want to see, if you're looking at this and you're looking, okay, this is a high, this high is compared to this high, higher than this high. So you want to see these movements of higher highs and then also of higher lows during a stock that goes up. So this is just something that's not clean, but it's forming higher highs and higher lows. And there's something that you, if you are day trading this, then this low is just a little bit too far away, 27.39, I think. But if you're swing trading this, then you don't want to see this one go under 27.39, because if you do, then this is not a new high compared to this. It's a lower high, and if it gets under that 27.39 here, then it's also a lower low, and that entails that it's going backwards instead of going upwards like it's doing right now. So what you want to see here is this one just stays nicely above this green one. So it really is holding this green line, which is the 9 EMA on the daily. So it should stay above 2804-ish. And 2004 is almost, this is 2809. This one, so 2804, 2809 is just nice. Should stay at least above that, but it's now at 29, so it can move $1.60 a day. Ideal for me would that this one falls down to 2804, the level that I told you about, and then just bounces back up. That's because I'm this reversal long trader, so down and then get back up again. But you can also do this one as a breakout. And then use this top here at 29.49-ish for a breakout to at least above 30.29. That's a $2 move. Well, it moves $1.60 on average, so that's something that can be achieved. So for the breakout, this is just a nice target here. This 30.33, just above this top here. You can also do this one under this top if you want that. So 30.26 is exactly the top. So if you want to play this one, then wait till it gets down to 28.04, and that's your support. You can do that. So that's a drop of $1, but it can move $1.60. So there's a possibility. And then you also can say, okay, anything above 29.50, I'm going long, and then the next target should be 30.26. So that's just a 70-cent play on this stock, which might just not be enough if you don't have, because you have to bet big, I think, to do this one. So just a little bit scary. I only want to play this one to the downs. If it goes down first and then buy the dip, so down to 28.04-ish, then buy the dip to the top. For CHPT, that would be my strategy on that. Okay, guys and girls, that's all for now. Please, if you're going to trade today, trade responsible, form your own strategy. Don't follow me or anybody else. And if you don't see a trade, then just don't trade, because no position is also a position. Thanks for watching, and see you guys all tomorrow at the early bird show at 4 a.m. Eastern time. That's 10 o'clock Amsterdam time. Bye-bye and happy trading.